Hey guys, it's Aubrey with Muttley Plans. I hope everybody is having a good day. Ours has definitely been an interesting one. But I am excited to come spend some time. Come spend some time with y'all. So, what I'm gonna do is this is going to be my currently inked review for July. So these are the pins that I inked up. Bless you. That I inked up for the month of July. So I'm just gonna go down. I think this is the third month that I've actually done this, and I'm gonna go down and rate these. I believe in the past I've rated the ink, the pin, and then the combination, and that's not going to change. So first up is my Edison Beaumont in the Pannonia Patina. So if you're new, then you may not know this is my 1.1 stub nib. It's been my only stub nib that I've ever had and ever written with, so I'm assuming that, it's your standard stub nib. I don't know. Anyway, but it works. I use it mostly for bold lettering and stuff. I did put this lighter, like greenish blue in it, this patina, and I didn't dislike it, but I did not use it a whole lot, to be honest. Like, I didn't do a full fill, and I doubt I even used half of what I put in it. But overall, it wasn't bad. I actually really enjoyed the way that this ink pooled a little bit as I was writing with it, so that was very cool, refreshing, all of that jazz. So to have that and have it as an option. See how it pulls. So you got the ink, the pen, and then the combo. So for the ink, I do think this is a beautiful ink. I definitely appreciate it more in this thicker nib than I did in other nibs that I've used it in. I've used it, I think, 3 different months now. And I've liked it pretty well. The smaller the nib that you put this ink in, I've noticed, like, you write and it goes down very light and then it darkens up as it dries, versus with this pen it stays pretty dark. So I actually appreciated that more. I would give this probably an 8 because I do like the color, especially coming out of this nib. But I know as soon as I put it in a smaller, like a medium or a fine nib, it becomes lighter, and then I have to wait for the ink to dry before I can actually read what I wrote. And so I don't like that. For the pen, we didn't really have any spats this month. And it is comfortable. So I would probably give the pen an 8. I'm just not a big, like, stub nib girly, and that's okay. And so, naturally, for the combo, I would give it an 8. I did appreciate the combo, like, and how this ink reacted to being in a 1.1. It's just not really a ink that I would use for a header, so I didn't gravitate toward it in that way. Up next, we have my Golden Child or Green Child. This is my Franklin Christoph 02 model in Sage. It does have a broad nib, and it is gorgeous. It is so comfortable to write in. It takes shimmer inks in stride. I love this pen a lot. I'm never going to get rid of this pen. It is gorgeous. So I have it inked up with Vinta Isabella. And this ink, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like overly impressed. It's very dark because I haven't written with this in a couple days. Honestly, I wasn't overly impressed. I didn't really gravitate towards this ink. It looks so much better on this paper after I had first inked this up than it does in real life. In real life, it's very light. It's a lot lighter, and then you get like this pink like peeking in, but mostly it's like a light beigey color. So I didn't really necessarily enjoy the ink. I would probably give the ink a 5 personally. And of course it's writing all nice and dark now. The pen is a 10. And then the combo, like, the combo wasn't bad. It's just that I personally did not like the ink itself. And so I would give it probably a 7. Like, I mean, if I had to ink this ink up again, I probably would go for this pen or my Edison Beaumont. But I don't think I'm going to be scrambling to ink up this pen. Or I'm sorry, no, that's a lie. Not the pen. The pen's perfect. But to use this ink anytime soon. Like, I wasn't, you know, it just, I didn't have fun with it. That's what it is. So next is the pen that I love to hate and hate to love. But it is my Jinhao Not 10, Jinhao Century 100. I messed that up. In the colorway Guava. And it's got a fine nib right here. And I inked it up with Van Diemen's Hummingbird Wing. I love this ink. I love this ink so much. I'm going to wind up with a bottle of it. I just know it. I can feel it. Anyway, the ink is like a 10. I'm going to go ahead and give this ink a 10. Like, it is a fantastic color. It is a great, like, shimmer. It behaves well, and it's just great. I love it. It's like a dark green that I can read, but I can still tell that it's green, even in a fine nib. And so it's a winner. It wins. The pen, I'm coming around to a little bit. So I'll probably give it an 8. It's still my least favorite pen, but I'm also not, like, actively avoiding it. So I guess that's good. I would give the combo a 9. Like, it's definitely, it writes juicy, and it writes well. It's still got a little bit of that scratchiness. Have I actually looked at tuning it or anything like that myself? No, I haven't, because apparently I'm just addicted to complaining about this pen instead of actually fixing what might be wrong with it. One day I will look at that. Maybe next year that'll be like one of my goals. I don't know. But anyway, overall, I can't overly complain about the pen because I think that it is a tuning issue with the nib, and it's my own fault for not trying to take care of that. So, but anyway, yeah. So, Jinhao Century 100, not Jinhao 10. My Jinhao Century 100 in the colorway Guava with a fine nib, and it's Van Diemen's Hummingbird Wing. Love that ink. All right, next I have my Natami right here. This pen is phenomenal. The ink was okay. I didn't love this ink as much as I thought I would. I barely wrote with this month, actually. Like, that's why there's still a ton of ink in this pen. And part of it is because I just, honestly, I started off the month strong journaling wise, and then I kind of petered off mid to late July. And so that might be part of it. It's a very pretty color. It's just not one that I think I would ever want a bottle of. I think this 5 ml sample that I have will be more than enough to get me through all of the lifetimes. So, and I can't even pinpoint it because the color is beautiful. I didn't like it. Maybe if I try it in fall when it's more, that type of color season, I might like it more. But for right now, the ink wasn't bad, but I didn't have as much fun writing with it. We just didn't jibe well. So because of the color, not the flow, but the color, I'm going to give it a 7. The pen, this is a great pen. I love this pen. If you're looking for a cheap pen, that is also a good pen that doesn't dry out, that does exactly what you want it to do, this would be a good option for you. I think it's like 20 to 25 bucks depending. I don't know if tariffs have hit this or not, but definitely a good buy if you're looking for a cheap pen in terms of fountain pens. I'll give this pen a 9. I really like it. And then the combination, I'm going to give it a 7 because truly I avoided using this mainly because of the color. So that is my Natami pen in, it's a fine nib, by the way, in Diamine Autumn Oak. All right, next, my baby, my Esterbrook Estie. So this is a gorgeous ink. Again, it's one that it's beautiful. It's beautiful swatching. As far as writing with it in this pen, I did not like it in this pen. I didn't. And I don't know if it's the ink or if it's just me or what, or maybe these two were just too close in color, but I didn't gravitate towards it. Like, I don't know. I just didn't. So for the ink, I'm going to give this honestly, I'll probably give it a 7 because I did have one writing session where this ink felt so dry coming out of this pen, and I was like, what is going on here? And I don't even know that I used a whole lot of it. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't use hardly any. But anyway, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I wasn't a fan. The pen is, of course, a 10. And, of course, it's writing all nice and juicy now. The combo, I would give it a 7. I wouldn't ink this up with that again. Honestly. That's just kind of my feelings on the matter. So, because I do think it was the ink, not the pen. All right, next we have the TWSBI Espresso with a medium nib, and it is inked up with Papier Plume Maroon, which I don't understand how they came up with maroon. Maybe somebody can educate me on that, because it's so, like, I don't know, it's just not what I would think of when I'm thinking of maroon. But anyway, the ink, honestly, the flow of the ink was good. I didn't dislike writing with it, but it's not as saturated as I would like. I'm noticing that I gravitate more towards like very saturated inks. So like this Hummingbird Wing, which is like beautiful. Like, it's dark. I can tell it is green, but it is dark, and I can write with it, and I don't know, it just stands out more on the page to me, and I appreciate that. Whereas this, it's almost like, especially when you're writing with it, watered down a little bit, and I don't necessarily appreciate that. So I'm going to give it a 6. See, it looks watery. The pen, I'm going to give a 9 because I do love my TWSBIs. And then the combo, I'm going to give like a 7. Yeah. Because I did write with this more than I thought I would. But I'm not a huge fan of the color. I'm more of a fan of the pen and how this pen like literally just barfs the color onto the paper. That sounds really weird, but basically it's just a very juicy nib, and I love juicy, I like juicy nibs. I like nibs that are gonna throw color onto the paper for me, and this pen does it. It's just this ink in particular swatches beautifully, but when you're writing with it, it's just a little bit too light in some areas. All right, next, my Jinhao tin in a fine nib. I inked it up with Noodler's Atlantic Salmon highlighter. This is very true to its name as far as the highlighter portion. And truthfully, I wasn't a huge fan. I did write with it quite a bit. Actually, I'm almost out. I wrote with it so much, but it's more so because of the convenience of this clicking pen. It was just an easier grab for me. I'm finding for this pen, particularly, I am liking, I initially had this inked up a couple months ago with KWZ Old Gold. And I mean, honestly, I keep on thinking about how much I enjoyed having that in this pen. And so I'm kind of thinking I might go back to that. I haven't fully decided because I have a special currently inked for August planned. And which, I mean, you'll see that video in a few days. But anyway, so I probably won't ink it up with KWZ Old Gold this month of August, but I'll probably be making my way back to it after that. So, for the ink, not a huge fan personally, so I would give it like a 4. And it's more so the color, even for Noodlers, believe it or not, this dries very quickly. I'm not a huge, it wasn't fun to write with. Yeah. For the pen, honestly, I'll give it an 8 because while this pen is not my favorite to write long form with, it is so convenient. You just click it and you go. And so I love that. For the combo, I would give it a 6. So, but yeah. And then of course I have my others that are seriously dating and then semi-permanent and then permanents right here. So I won't be rating those, but yeah. This is my currently inked review for the month of July. Let me know a couple of things. Do any of y'all have these inks? How do you feel about it? Do you disagree with me on some of the ratings? Or do you feel like fair, not fair? Let me know. I love when y'all comment and start a conversation and stuff in the comments. I love that. So I'm definitely here for, because I want community and stuff in this. And so please feel free to leave a comment. Maybe like it, maybe subscribe it, maybe not. I'll leave that up to you. But anyway, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.